Hi, I'm Kelly Pirotte and I'm the Group Head of Learning and Development for Keys Group. Keys Group is an organisation that supports people in health contexts, education and in care.
Thank you, Kelly. So, Kelly, I wondered if you could give us some examples of the experience of your partnership and, first of all, why you chose us as your training partner.
It was an easy choice, really. At the time, we're on a journey quite similar to us in terms of looking at care qualifications for both adult and children's services. So at the time, you were quite unique. I think it was about 7 years ago when we started the partnership. You were quite unique in terms that you were supporting both of those areas. So it felt like a good partnership in terms of, both our gains. And we've watched you grow and we've grown alongside you, which has been lovely. You've been quite responsive to our needs and our specialisms as we've grown, and we're an organisation that acquires lots of other businesses along the way, and that diversifies our offering, and you've always been very good at adapting to meet those needs.
Thank you. And in terms of kind of the impact of our trained professionals, how do you see the trained professionals making an impact in your organisation?
It's huge, to be honest. You're making an impact in terms of it improves people's confidence, it improves their skills and ability to carry out the role. So as we know, the care sector is a challenging sector to recruit to and to retain, but I think by giving them qualifications, it has a huge impact on those key business measures.
Brilliant. And have you got any examples of where a learner's new skills has directly improved care or operations?
So what we find is when we have people working as a whole team, if you like, when you've got a whole team that are qualified, and you'll have some new inductees coming in, teams tend to work more with synergy and tend to be more proactive than reactive when you've got a fully qualified team, but they tend to be focusing on what's coming up as opposed to reacting to things that have happened. They tend to have more of a strategic outlook, and they problem solve as a team because they're encouraged to do that in quite a lot of their exercises as part of the qualification.
And has training helped with retention or the morale of your teams?
Most definitely. At Keys Group, we financially reward people on completion of their qualification. So there's a driver, if you like, in terms of the business to remain and for us to retain. So at the end of their qualification, they have an increase in pay. And as we know, funding drives behaviours. So that's a huge motivator for our workforce. So they want to complete the qualification, but then what's been a really lovely impact is that then they want to go on to the next level and continue that learner journey.
Great. So we see the progression from that. And kind of
Most
what
definitely.
are the long-term benefits you see for your organisation from investing in trained staff?
Well, the main one, of course, as we know for a sector, is retention. We want to retain good people, and I think well-trained people, good carers, they tend to show their commitment to the profession, which shows their commitment to care. Keys Group are very passionate about employing people who have core values aligned to ours, and learning is a big part of that. So we try and foster a learning culture at Keys Group, and therefore we train people in that culture as well to make sure that our goals are aligned. So it's imperative that they're qualified to be able to make that dream a reality.
And then as a training partner that's solely focused on health and social care, what does that mean to you and your organisation?
Yeah, it means that the development coaches that we work with are occupationally competent. They understand our sector. They understand our challenges. So, when there's rota challenges or if there's sickness, they understand and are able to work flexibly to meet our needs, which is really important in all sectors, but I think in particular in health and social care.
That's great. And you mentioned earlier that we've been working with you for 7 years. So what
Yes.
excites you about continuing our partnership?
I love the innovation and the new initiatives that you're bringing on board. So recently, some of your colleagues attended one of our new centres and planted trees for some of our learners, and that really linked into our sustainability and our ESG strategy. So, we're very much aligned in terms of what's important to us as an organisation. So,
Okay. Thank you, Kelly.